Hey, it's Chuck here back with Milton Daily Homes, and today we're calling it Back in Black Day. There's actually three properties on Black Drive, and I'll show you what that means. And so I think there's 8 or 9 listings today. Not bad. Not as good, I think, as Monday, Tuesday, but still pretty good. So Maple is it's the second floor, 209. It's 244.9, 2 bedroom, 1 washroom. And it faces west, which means basically you're overlooking homes and you can see the escarpment. It's a good place to be. The maintenance fees are $200, and I'll show you where this building is a little bit later on in our list. But basically, the maintenance fees include the water and the common element stuff. Basic. There's a gym there. It's nice. I mean, there's a party room called a Princeton model. I don't know exactly how big it is. But you've got your utility room. You've got two pretty good sized rooms. The second bedroom, 7.71. We talked about that earlier in the week. The fact that a queen size bed is really 6 feet. So you've got 1.71 feet to walk around it if you orient your bed that way, which you obviously don't have to, or you don't have to have a queen bed. Yeah, it looks good. So this one here, you get a parking, you get a locker. I still think that for a 2 bedroom in this building, when you look at what else your money can get you with condo fees and the price, I don't know if it's always someone's best option, but it does work, and it's a good, clean building that's been well kept. So Black Drive, first one on Black Drive, 3 bedroom, 2 washroom, immediate possession, finished basement on this one, 20 by 100 foot lot. There's no photos here, and it looks like there's laminate floor on the main level. Now this is just lazy. Lovely, cute home for a nice family. There's nothing really in here that he's talked about. He could have mentioned the upgraded flooring, could have mentioned the finished basement. There's all these things that could have been mentioned by the agent, but it was not. So there you go. Now, let me talk to you about Black for a second. So Black Drive's right here, and there's only homes on one side of Black, so it only goes this way until you get around the bend. There's some on this side here too. They all back onto Thompson, so we've talked about that, is that you're going to hear some noise from the road, and it's probably going to make it a little bit more challenging to sell, and you could sell for less than someone who's maybe in the subdivision. Now, this one here is there, and then we've got 2 others in the list that the builder is just putting the finishing touches on, and they're around this area here. So that's where all the stuff on Black is. All of it backs on to James Snow, but this one's built. The other two are just about ready from being built. Now Gollins is at 344.9, and when you look at this one here, there is one big room, and then you've got your kitchen just over to the side here. And that's it. That's your main level. So I think that it has some benefits. It's a very open concept. There's a breakfast bar, there's good counter space, but you don't really have a formal dining room. You've got this little area for a table over here, and then that's your front hallway through here. And so you do have a finished basement in this one. The rooms are good size upstairs, and there's your finished basement too. And your backyard. So there's some work done in the backyard, it's fenced, all the rest of it. Now, this is another example of what we talked about yesterday. So total living space, 1834 square feet. That means when you look at the rec room down here, 16.5 by 1831. So let's call that, I don't have my calculator, let's call it 300 square feet plus this little thing here. So the house is no more than 1,500 square feet, but total living space is higher than that. So just recognize that, because it's a bit of a pit some people fall into. They think it's the same thing. Now 356 Black, we talked about the location of that. The builder's just putting the final touches. They're looking at a September 2011 possession, and it's at 359 with the builder finished basement. Obviously no air conditioning. There's some extra costs there, and what you want to make sure of is just what your extra costs are, levies from the town, those kind of things. Buying this home is not the same, the forms you fill out, anything like that, compared to buying a straight resale home. Now 360 Black is actually going to be ready in January of 2011, so much quicker possession on this one here too. September seems like a long way away. I don't know if they maybe messed that up, but anyways, that is the one here. Laundry on the second floor. Looks like pretty much the same house. Now Centennial Forest is at 414.9, and it's in a nice little area called Drury Park, and traditionally a very mature this sort of retirement style living area. Lots of bungalows. There's some condos just over on Centennial Forest as well. Now this one here is it's about 1,500 square feet, just under that, and you've got your hallway here, and that includes oftentimes the bedrooms, the laundry, things like that. And then you get into the actual heart of the house, and you've got your family room. There's moldings. There's a nice gas fireplace here. These ones are maybe like 10, 11, 12 years old, if I'm thinking it's something like that. There's the kitchen over here, pretty simple to maintain, and then you've got a small eat-in, and that's how everything opens up there, dining. And they're not huge, right? I mean, you're talking about, it's nice that it has a finished basement down here too, but part of the reason you move to a bungalow is to avoid stairs. But it is extra living space. Excuse me. And so we've got a deck in the back, and hey, what can you say? It looks good to me. 37 by about a 91-foot lot. 414.9 with the finished basement seems relatively fair. So you've got the third bedroom that's on the second level. So it's actually, there's a loft area in this one here too. Alexander is at 429.9. And the thing about Alexander that's a little bit tricky. Okay, so let me break this down for you. So we've got the Maple condos, and I mentioned to you, I'll show you where they are. Here's where they are. There's James Snow, there's Main Street East, there's the Esso station, there's the yoga studio, which by the way is awesome. Give them a call. There's going to be buildings built all through here. So buildings, one of the busiest corners in town. What do you think is going to be built here? If you just took a wild guess, I'll tell you it's either going to be commercial, it's going to be more apartment buildings. So you are essentially facing whatever's being developed right there. So I don't know. I'm not warranting anything here. I would definitely do my homework before I bought this house. So that's all I'd have to say about that. Now let's look at the house, because I think they've taken some of those locational factors into consideration. 429, it's a 3-bedroom, 4-washroom. It has a finished basement here too, which is great. So the house itself, I think, is 1,900 square feet, patterned concrete here, and inside looks really spotless. It looks great, nice floors, and there's the kitchen there. Perhaps a little bit more closed off than what some people would like. And you've got your master bedroom, there's your finished basement, and you've got a hot tub, some deck stuff. So overall, I like the way it looks. I just think that it's important to know what you're getting into on this one. And Mara Circle has been relisted. They were up at, I think, $699. They're now down to $679. I've seen this home in person. It's a Westmoreland. It's a 3,700 square foot home. At the time when they built this, this was the biggest home that they built. And now Mattamy built a couple 4,000 square foot homes. But 5-bedroom, 4-washroom, and there's some great landscaping outside. You've got over to the side, there's a dining room. You've got a living over on this side. There's an office, a den area over here, and nice maple hardwood stairs. There's the dining room. This house would really look good with hardwood floors, but they don't have them. And tiles on diagonal. Nice looking kitchen in here. Everything's really good. Like the layout looks good. The 9-foot ceilings are great. There's a built-in area here for a TV. Most of the flat screens now, these built-ins would be more for DVD shelves, and then you'd have your TV probably above the fireplace. So again, more coffered ceilings here. There's built-in speakers. And then upstairs, a huge master bedroom. Now, the interesting thing is actually from this angle, there's no door from the ensuite, from the bathroom to your master. So you can hear somebody doing shadoobie in there. So there's even the toilet's behind here, and you get this little window. So there's not a lot of privacy. So you may want to put even some frosted glass or something in there, or just re-drywall it. Yeah, every bedroom has access to a bathroom, and you've got a big pie-shaped lot. Now, the two things that I think are going to hurt them, it's great they've got this big piece of land, okay? There's a nice big mature tree here. Now, the homes beside are up on a hill, so they actually look down on the backyard, which is probably not your ideal. It's not as private as you'd expect on a big pie-shaped lot. And the other thing is that you see Hawthorne Village Public School right here, just on the north side of Mara Circle. So the yard is sort of a plus minus kind of thing, but for the size of the home, for what you're getting, and here's an awesome thing too. Let me show you this if it's in the description. 9-foot ceilings in the basement. So beautiful, beautiful high ceilings in the basement. It would be incredible to finish this one. It's very rare. I've got it in my house. It costs like 15 grand from the builder to do it. And I don't even think they do it anymore because it's probably a gigantic pain in the butt. But this one has some legitimately good things. It's a little rough. It needs a little bit of sort of touch-up paint. Some of the walls have holes, not big holes, but just from paintings and things like that. I was pretty impressed with it. It's a good home and obviously a great area, great school district. So that's our list for today. If you have any questions, give us a call at 905-693-9346, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.